Today is Monday, July 7th, and this is the wake-up call from WUSF. I'm Sky LeBron. Today you're going to hear about repairs starting today at a popular Pinellas County pier battered by the last couple of hurricanes, plus some events to watch out for this week. Before that, though, let's talk about the latest local news. Lightning struck a family of 3 on St. Pete Beach over the holiday weekend. They were sitting under an umbrella. A 17-year-old girl went to the hospital. The others were okay enough that they got treated at the beach. Images show the umbrella snapped in half and dead seagulls nearby. The CDC offers some advice. Don't stand next to or carry metal objects during a lightning storm like an umbrella. It can actually increase your chances of getting hit. Florida public school students are testing better in English, math, and history. Hernando School's Assistant Superintendent Gina Michaleka says the latest scores are a great sign.
It's teaching to the rigor of those benchmarks to make sure that, we are consistently challenging our students with rigorous coursework.
But Andrew Spar with the Florida Education Association says the scores don't actually show how well the students are doing.
But if we truly want to have the world-class education systems we should have here in Florida, then we've got to look a little broader than just the state assessments.
He says nationwide tests like the SATs have Florida students falling behind. If you want to see how Tampa Bay area students did on assessment tests, grab your number 2 pencil and head over to WUSF.org. Manatee County could be the next site for Elon Musk's SpaceX. The Bradenton Herald reports the company filed plans to build a satellite communications facility in Mayaca City. It would support Starlink, which gets internet to areas with little access. SpaceX isn't saying anything about the project yet. For a while, the Safety Harbor Pier in Pinellas County has been in pretty rough shape. Years of hurricanes have battered it down, including last year's Hurricane Helene. And now finally, it's getting a makeover. WUSF's Clara Joquita Garcia has been covering this story in Safety Harbor. Clara, why should people care about the repair of this pier?
Yeah, so Safety Harbor's Waterfront Park Pier was really damaged, especially after the 2 years' worth of hurricanes, but especially with Hurricane Debbie. And then when Hurricane Helene and Milton hit, it only got worse. So they announced a new revamping project for the pier and the marina in May. So construction's going to start in July 7th, and it's expected to end in December of next year. I talked to Safety Harbor Mayor Joe Ayub. He says he hopes the renovations will be completed before then.
I want to thank the residents in advance for their patience because it's going to close a lot of the park down for a while. But when it does reopen, it's going to be more beautiful and better than ever.
So if you're planning on having a picnic around the area, maybe you should forget about it because a lot of things are going to be closed, including the Veterans Memorial Lane parking, the boat ramp, and the marina. The park itself will still be open, but all of those locations will not be available.
And if you want to read more about this story in particular about the Safety Harbor Pier, you can right now at WUSF.org. You'll get Clara's story. Clara, thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Here's some events to watch out for this week. On Tuesday, Tampa's Armature Works hosts the Off Balance Run Club. I can't confirm this is the reason for the name, but if you start the 3-mile run with a beer or a couple, you're probably going to be a little off balance. I've heard a lot of people say that run clubs are a great way to meet new friends. Even better, if you faint on the run, someone's bound to stop and help you, and then bam, you both have that traumatic memory to look back on forever. If you're hankering for some holiday spirit, the Green at UTC in Sarasota is hosting a Barks and Brews Christmas in July event on Tuesday. Get pics of your pup with Santa, and your holiday cards for the year are already set. Plus, there's live music, raffles, and overall Christmassy vibes. That's if you can get over the fact that it's 90 degrees out at nighttime. And Wednesday in East Hillsborough County, try a little yoga at a vineyard for $15. Keel Farms hosts the events in Plant City. Afterwards, there's a wine and dine event, and you get a drink voucher when you sign up, by the way. I'm personally not aligned with my inner chakras, but I've looked up some poses, and let me just say thank goodness the wine comes after the event or someone is pulling a hammy. That's today's wake-up call from WUSF, hoping you have a great start to your week. Just remember, you're stronger than anything people throw your way, partially because you listen to this really cool podcast that keeps you informed. Like us on your favorite podcast platform. Give us some feedback. It really helps us out. Let's chat again for tomorrow's wake-up call. See you then.